Hello, it's just so wonderful to have you here once again. Well, so today we are looking at mathematics. We'll be solving mathematics, and it's important for us to start from the lowest level. And because if we don't just start that way, there might be some confusion, right? And I wouldn't want you to be confused. So that's why today we will be looking at fractions. Of course, we all know that fractions are numbers carrying each other. You understand? Two numbers carrying each other. For example, we have one up, we have another one down, up, down. We call them fraction. And do not forget that we have types of fraction. We have proper fraction. And what do we call proper fraction? Proper fraction is a fraction whereby a smaller number is up and a bigger number is down. That is to say, in a very proper manner, two numbers, the lower one or the smaller one is up and the bigger one is down. That is, the bigger one is able to carry the smaller one. That's what we call proper, as in something that makes some sense. Do you understand now? So when we talk about improper fractions, they are actually fractions whereby the bigger number is up and the smaller number is down. It's kind of improper. Imagine a small, no, let's just say a baby carrying me. That is improper. That is the case. Look at this, for example. Here we have 3 up here and we have 4 down here. When you have a number up here, we call it numerator. We call it what? Numerator. When we have another one down here, we call it denominator. Again, denominator, right? So do not confuse it for each other. So we have 3 here, we have 4 here. Between these two, 4 is bigger. And we can see that 4 is shouldering or 4 is carrying 3. This, we call it a proper fraction because the bigger one is carrying the smaller one. Same thing here, same thing here, same thing here, right? So let me give you an instance. Let me give you an example of an improper fraction. Imagine a situation where you have 5 over 2. The smaller one is here. The smaller one is carrying the bigger one. It is improper, and that is why it is called an improper fraction. Do you get it now? So that's just the difference between proper and improper fraction. We'll still talk about mixed fraction, but not today. Do you understand now? Having understood that, let's come to addition of fractions. How do we add two fractions together? Regardless of having a proper fraction and improper fraction, it doesn't matter. What matters is that we are adding these two together. So, for example, the first one we have 3 over 4 plus 1 over 2. The first thing you've got to do here, 2 steps. The first step is you can either multiply these two to get your LCM. So the first thing you need to do is you need to find your LCM, right? So what do we call LCM? LCM means lowest common multiple, meaning that you need to look for a particular number that this 4 can divide and these 2 will equally divide it. Do you understand? So how do we start? You can use 2 methods here. Permit me. First method is that you can easily multiply 4 and 2 together to get your LCM, or you see if the lower one or the smaller one can actually divide the bigger one. If the smaller one can divide the bigger one, then you pick the bigger one as your LCM. Do you understand? So how do we go about? Which one should we use? I guess you would prefer us to use this, right? Because the smaller one can actually divide the bigger one. So let's go for 4. Write 4 here. Then you ask yourself, how many times can 4 divide 4? That is 4 times 1. 4, right? So 4 will divide 4 one time. Something like this, 4 over 4. You have 4 here, 1, 4 here, 1. And one side is 1. Do you understand? 1 over 1. The answer is still 1. Do you get it now? So 4 will divide 4. How many times? 1. You put your 1 outside. Do you understand? Then this 3, put it in your bracket so it won't confuse you. You have 3 here plus How many times will 2 divide 4? 2 times 1, 2. 2 times 2, 4. So 2 will divide 4 2 times. Do you understand now? That is, or if that is confusing, you can just say, what can you multiply by 2 that will give you 4? So it is 2 that you can use to multiply 2 that will give you 4, right? So you put the 2 here. Put the 2 here, then your 1 in the bracket. Let's go. The next thing is you open the bracket by multiplying the one outside by the one inside. Let's go. 1 times 3, you have 3, right? Plus 2 times 1, 2 over 4. Then you add together, you have 5 over 4. And that's your final answer. Of course, by the time we come to mixed fraction, I will teach you how you can simply change this one to a mixed fraction. Are we together? Very good. Let's come here. Again, find your LCM. In this case, this one is quite different from what we did here, right? So, in this case, because the smaller one could divide the bigger one, that was why we decided to use the bigger one. However, in this case, 3 cannot divide 5. So what you're going to do is you multiply these two together. 3 times 5, you'll get 15. Write your 15 here. Can you see this clearly? Sorry. Write your 15 here. Then the next thing you're going to ask yourself is, what can you multiply by 3 that will give you 15? And that is 5. Yes or no? You put your 5 outside, open bracket, your 2, you put it here, plus, what can you multiply by 5 that will give you 15? And that's 3. Put your 3 outside, right? Then these 2, put it here. Very good. We can now proceed. 5, you open the bracket, 5 times 2, you have 10, plus 3 times 2, you have 6 over 15. So the next thing is we just sum up the two numbers together. 10 plus 6, that will give you 16 over 15. And that is our answer, right? So it is as simple as that. Just try it and see, let us see what you're going to get. But before we go, let me quickly give you home exercise so that you can practice and drop your answer in the comment section. Please drop your answer in the comment section. Very important. I will go through it one after the other. Okay, so let's see. Number 1, you have 4 over 5 plus 1 over, that's over 2. And the second one is you can have 1 over 3 plus 3 over 2. Please solve that and drop your answer in the comment section. I will be waiting for you. Alright, thank you so much. So do not forget to tell your friends about this channel. Like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family, and let us grow together. Stay blessed.